Hi guys, welcome to Metal and Rock Zone. Today I want to talk about the Vikings and Lionhearts tour. That's Amon Amarth and Machine Head, supported by the Halo Effect. So I saw this gig about 8-9 days ago in Prague, in the Czech Republic, and funnily it was the day before I actually saw Behemoth, Arch Enemy, and Carcass. So you can actually see my review on that one up here. And our summer gig review, the total of 59 bands that we saw live this summer, 22, is available as well. Who was good, who was bad, who was a surprise. And that's big bands: Metallica, Iron Maiden, Gojira, Korn, Slipknot, Rolling Stones, Scorpions, Whitesnake, you name it, we've seen it. So check that out also, guys. But Amon Amarth and Machine Head with the Halo Effect. So I've always been a big fan of Amon Amarth, so I saw them first in 2006 or 7 or something like that, and I was very impressed, and I like their music. And I use it often to run. When I'm running, it's a good beat. And actually the album Viking, which is I think the last one before the new one now, or the one before, I think they made it for runners. It's great. So if you want to run a half marathon or a marathon, then put that album on, and I can guarantee you a great finish. So and then Machine Head I'd seen before as well, and they have these kind of legendary great songs like Davidian and Aesthetics of Hate and all these from these old albums. And so I was very kind of excited about them, and they're also kind of like a high-profile band. They're very much in the discussion somehow, and that frontman Rob Flynn, he's very vocal about a lot of different things. So you see this band, I have a feeling you see them more than their popularity is somehow. So it definitely works because it made me excited or interested. The Halo Effect, I knew nothing about them before I went there. I listened to them the day before for the first time. It was in a hockey stadium. There were like 3,000 people there. The night before was 5,000 people for Behemoth, Carcass, and Arch Enemy. And I have a feeling that this concert suffered a little bit from the fact that there was another big concert the day before in the same venue. It probably saved a lot of work on the staging and stuff like that, but I'm not sure people can afford this 2 days in a row. Maybe addicts like me. And I like these kind of gigs, because it's value. It's like 3 bands on one night, and not like some total beginner bands. Like I like beginner bands, but with this, I always feel like it's a lot of value for money. Ticket prices like 40, 50 euros or something like that, which I think is great for 3 big bands. So the Halo Effect started, and they're kind of like a Swedish melodic death metal band. And funnily, all of the members of the Halo Effect have at some point in their career been members of In Flames. And they have said themselves that they kind of wanted to kind of go back to the roots of the Swedish Gothenburg death metal sound. Think At the Gates, In Flames, who else? Well, Gothenburg. There's probably like 15 to 20 death metal bands that you will know that come out of that tiny little city in Sweden, which is something that I actually want to dive into a little bit to figure out why one tiny town. Yeah, I hadn't really heard them, and what I had heard made me a little bit worried. I was like, ABBA is also from Sweden, and this sounds a little bit too melodic for me, a little bit too soft. But yeah, they've actually kind of surprised me. Live, they are better than on the album, and then after seeing them live, I actually like the album more. So I think, yeah, that was a great combo, actually, hearing the album, seeing the live, and start listening to them more again. And they have some really, really good songs. They had a short set. I mean, they only have one album out, so they played 7 songs. They don't have much more. And as I said, I mean, at times it can get, you have a feeling that it's going all melodic, like Hammerfall or some sort of a power metal thing, but then they pull you back into the darkness. They make sure that you get sad again somehow, and they do it they really take it to the limit, and then they pull you back, and it's really, really good, and I have to give them an 8 for this performance. It was great. Then there was a break, and then Machine Head came on, and I had seen them before, as I said, and last time I saw them, I lost one of my shoes in a mosh pit in Denmark, in a I don't know, like in a sports house, like maybe 1,000, 2,000 people. It was a great show, and I think they were supporting Slipknot there or something like that, and they had quite a show. I mean, the halo effect just had like a projected logo on the back, and not much lights or anything. But Machine had like super cool fire and lights and stuff like that. And I have to give credit to Rob Flynn. He's a great frontman. He engaged a lot with the crowd, and he was very kind of, he knows what he's doing. You can't take that away from him. But there's something with that, what has happened there. I don't know if it's me or if it's them. Maybe I got old, or they kind of lost a little bit what they had, because I felt the old stuff from these albums, what are they called? Burn My Eyes and Blackening. They had really good metal, thrash metal, kind of heavy songs, you know. But the newer stuff, or the stuff that has kind of come after that, feels a little bit jaded. Somehow the songs are really long, and then the bass player, this Jared McUrchin or something like that, he sings, and that gets a little bit too kind of emo, like what's it called, Linkin Park for me. Like, I don't know, it takes a little bit of the heaviness of the band. I mean, it gives it a certain style for sure, but it kind of scares away someone who liked Davidian like me. So yeah, the songs felt a little bit too long. They did Davidian, and they did the Aesthetics of Hate. On the Davidian, we have a video up here where they did a really cool outro of South of Heaven and Rain and Blood with Slayer, and paying honor to Slayer, because Slayer was the band that brought them to the Czech Republic in '94 for the first time. Yeah, '94. And so that was kind of those two songs, Davidian and Aesthetics of Hate, was kind of the highlight of the night. They played only one song from the new album, and I think that says a lot. I mean, I don't like that album. From what I see, a lot of people agree with me. Yeah, I don't know what it is, if it's me or if it's them. And I'm not sure I will go and see this band again unless they're playing some sort of an anniversary of, you know, Burn My Eyes or Blackening or something like that. I won't avoid them, you know, I won't go and take a nap if they're playing in a festival or something, but it's not something that I will actively chase. So I'm gonna have to give them 6, because I was yawning, you know, like, and that's not a good feeling in a heavy metal concert, you know. And it's only 11 songs, but it felt really, really long somehow. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, and I do respect this band, I do respect the frontman, but it wasn't good. Another break, and then we have Amon Amarth on stage, and they had like the whole shebang, you know, like they had a Viking helmet, they had Vikings coming on stage and fighting, they had a serpent coming down in the corner, and the singer beating it with a hammer, you know, and just the whole thing, you know, like fire, lights, drinking from horns, and they're kind of like the Iron Maidens of death metal somehow, you know, like they get all these theatrics in, and of course it's thematic music in some way, like Iron Maiden. And funnily, they use Run to the Hills from Iron Maiden as an intro song, so it kind of says a lot. And what I like about this band is that I've kind of seen them grow and kind of create their own genre somehow. I saw them, 2006, 7 or something like that. And my partner here in Metal and Rock Zone, that you have never seen, but maybe one day you will see, he actually plays in a legendary Icelandic underground band, and they opened up for Amon Amarth in Iceland in 2004 in a 100-people club. And the guy told me the sweat was running down the walls, you know, it was so many people packed in there, 100 people packed in. And the fans and the bands like this. You can find that video actually on YouTube. It's called Amon Amarth Iceland 2004 or Amon Amarth Reykjavík 2004. And it's the full concert. It's really, really cool. And so I kind of feel a little bit like this is my baby, you know, Amon Amarth. I've been following them for a long time. My partner opened up for them when they were small. So it's really interesting to see what they have become. They became this huge thing. But there's always a but. It has become for me, I can't listen to, apart from Jomsviking, when I was running the half marathon, I can't really listen to a whole album in one go with them. I need 2-3 songs, then I need something else, and then I can go back to them. And maybe I'm Icelandic, I'm supposed to be a Viking, and this stuff gets a little bit old on me. I don't know what it is. But maybe this is why they actually built this big show, because that means that they can kind of keep your attention on all the stuff that is going on, But on the other hand, that also kind of takes a little bit away for me that the fact that these are amazing musicians. The drummer is amazing, the guitar players are great, and the singer is amazing. And I don't know if they take it one step further, I think it could become too much. But on the other hand, I see Kiss, I see Rammstein, I've seen Iron Maiden. All these bands have amazing shows, but still the music is there, But there was something there. I felt when I walked out, I was like, it was too much of a show. I don't know. It's weird to say it. But they were good with the crowd. The singer was great with the crowd. They were, skål, cheers and horns and stuff like that. And I think like what this band can do is that it brings out this toxic masculinity within even a 30-kilo overweight guy that thinks that he has a chance of going into battle with them and kill someone or something like that. And it creates this somehow, I don't know, a feeling that I don't think a lot of bands can do somehow. So they played 14 songs out of 8 albums, and I think that's kind of a very diverse thing, and people loved everything, there was no dull moment, that I felt. They played Twilight of the Thunder God, Guardians of Asgard, and then these were, of course, like highlights of the concert, but then they played a new song called Heiðrún, which is about this goat that the Vikings have in Valhalla, and I think she either milks forever beer or something. I don't remember. I should know this, but I don't. And Heiðrún, and we have a video of that actually on our channel, and some more videos from all of the bands of this concert, and that was really, really cool. And people really liked it, and there were like guys behind me that were freaking out and took off their t-shirts and stuff like that. And it's fun to see, and I would be happy to see Amon Amarth again. I was a little bit sad to see that there wasn't enough people, or like that the house wasn't full, but I do get it. There's a lot of concerts going on and people just can't go everywhere. I went actually a few days after. I drove 3 hours to see Sepultura and Sacred Reich. That was moved from a 3,000 people stadium into a 500 people club, just because they hadn't sold enough tickets. It was great for us fans. It's horrible for the band, but the atmosphere was amazing. We're gonna do a review on that later, Sepultura and Sacred Reich. Amon Amarth, I'm gonna give them 9. So we have it. It's Halo Effect gets 8, Machine Head gets 6, it was boring, and Amon Amarth gets 9. And I will definitely go and see the Halo Effect. I will follow them and check out their music more. You should do the same. Amon Amarth, definitely can recommend going see them, even if you don't like their music, just to go and enjoy the whole theatrics and stuff like that. I think, guys, that's kind of it. Tell me what you think. Have you seen this tour? Have you seen those bands? Do you disagree with me? Can you see where I'm coming from with Machine Head, for example, that the songs are too long? And share this, comment, like, subscribe, all that boring stuff. And then, I'll be recording soon my Sepultura and Sacred Reich. And then, as I said in the beginning, I have also from the night before this show, I had the Behemoth, Arch Enemy, and Carcass gig that I reviewed as well. Over and out, guys. Have a great day. Bye.